Today, we're going to go ahead and talk about how I got to 500K net worth liquid by the age of 25. This video was inspired by a couple of creators. One was going to be BizPath and also Why Learn Tech. I think they both kind of got each other's video from one another. And I'm going to kind of just be breaking down how I got here and tell you guys a little bit about my story and a few things that I learned along the way. All right. Now, I know in a lot of videos you'll hear living frugally is the key to saving a lot of money when you're young. That is only half the truth, man. Okay. You can live frugally as you want until you're 24. You can live with your parents like I've done, which I'll kind of break down a little bit in the video. But that's still not going to amount to great amounts of wealth, right? You have to be able to create some solid income, man. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're working a 9 to 5, you're running your own business, you're selling things. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You have to be able to generate wealth, aka income, on a monthly basis that kind of outpaces your expenses. All right. You can live frugally, but you want to make sure you have a lot of nest eggs so you can invest and take advantage of compound interest. All right. So tip number one is try to live with your parents as long as humanly possible, man. Even when I'm making this video today, I'm still living with my parents. Right here in the living room is where this video is getting recorded. And I get it. Not everyone has this opportunity. Not everyone's that close with their parents. You get kicked out of your parents' house. It just, whatever the case might be, right? It does not matter. If you can live with your parents and not have rent, that is going to be a huge boost when it comes to saving a ton of money, okay? Because if you don't have rent, sure, you can help out your parents by paying a little bit of electricity, utilities, internet, whatever, kind of what I do right now. And that's going to help you save a ton of money, right? Let's just go ahead and put that into perspective. Let's say you're making $3,000 a month and you're out there renting, right? Let's say your rent's like $1,500. That's gone right off the top. Half your income is gone, okay? Right there. Whereas if you lived at home and you paid electricity, utility, food, whatever the case may be to help out your parents, or, you know, just pick up some slack, let's say you're spending only $500, right? That's giving you an extra $1,000 to invest every single month just because you don't have rent. And I highly recommend you go ahead and go down that path, all right? Tip number two is going to be to increase your income. That is simply it. I was able to go ahead and create my own business service, basically, that I sell online. And that has grossed me monthly about 30K per month for the past 2 years, okay? Again, it's a business. The numbers kind of go up, kind of go down, right? So with that, that was probably the biggest reason why I was able to get to the 500K net worth and keep it that way, is because of my monthly reoccurring income, all right? Once you have such a high income, it's quite easy to just save, right? Especially if you're living at home, you take home, let's say 15,000, right? Give 15,000 straight up off the bat to the tax man, and you got 15,000 left over, right? You can easily save 10,000, right? It just depends on what kind of business you're running, your profit margins and all that good stuff. Best part about running something like a service business that I run, there is very high profit margins, right? For most of the month, it could probably be, for me, up to 90%. So of that 30,000, I probably spend maybe $3,000 to $5,000 a month to run the business. And I could probably get that down if I wanted to work even more. But I just choose not to be able to employ some people and get them in positions where it makes it a lot easier on me. And we're still able to run the business. All right. So that's going to be tip number two. Is going to be, you have to increase your income. Figure out a way where you can make a little bit more so you can save and invest that money. Okay, don't just leave that money sitting in your bank or spending on a stupid thing. That's going to be tip number three. Tip number three is going to be, don't spend your money on bullshit trying to impress people, man. By no means am I saying you have to live frugally, but it does make it a lot easier to save money if you're not out here blowing it on stupid things trying to impress people, all right? Now, I do believe in spending money on things that you really do enjoy, all right? There's someone that I watch on YouTube, Ramit Singh. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. I think he has some sort of books and podcasts that he talks about this quite a bit. And that is, spend money on things you enjoy and cut back on everything else. And that's basically what I do. And I recommend you go ahead and do that. I know a lot of people talk about living frugally and basically not having anything besides a chair and a ground where you sit. and you don't even have a bed, again, you don't have to go to that extreme if you're trying to save money, especially when you're young, man. All right. But again, that does not mean go ahead and spend stupid amounts of money on your credit card, which you can't pay off when you have monthly payments. Okay. If you're going to use your credit card, that's another tip that I'm going to go ahead and add in there. Make sure you guys are paying that thing off in full, man. The interest on those things is crazy. It's like 25-30%. Come on, guys. We can do way better than that. Now, getting back to the point of not spending stupidly is just don't try to impress people, man. If you can get rid of that one itch, and I personally have gotten that itch many times, okay? I've rented out a G-Wagon when I was on a trip. Stupid. Absolutely stupid idea. Okay, it was close to $3,000 for about a week of renting that thing out. Again, let me repeat it to you. A stupid decision, okay? Don't be like me. I'm just out here trying to share with you guys what has gone on in my life. And that is one of those decisions where I was, again, like I mentioned, trying to impress people that I don't need to be impressing. All right? Just try to save your money, because when you have that money saved up, that $3,000, had you just invested it, and let's say you got a Hertz car for $300 to $500, you would have been way better off with that. Okay. Now, if there's something that you really like let's say it's clothes for you, right? Or, again, personally for me, I don't really like clothes, so I wear the same t-shirts and the same hoodie that I've had for the past 2 years. Okay. But if clothes is something you really like, go ahead and spend the extra $100 to $200 on that one t-shirt, but make sure you're wearing it forever. All right. Just figure out your thing that you want to spend your money on and spend it on that. Everything else, cut back on. Okay. That's going to be my tip number 3. And finally, I think to just go ahead and wrap up this video is very simple. Just try to save a little bit more wherever you can. Okay. You can enjoy your life and still get to this net worth. And again, I get it. I was very lucky being able to live with my parents, basically have no rent, right? And I get that. Not everyone's going to have that opportunity. But if you are someone that can do that, I highly recommend it, and hope you enjoyed today's video. And let me know in the comments if you guys want me to break down a little bit more of the business, how I got started, and what has all transpired since starting that business way back in 2020. All right.